Good morning, Carmel. Today is Friday the 13th.
We have no classes today because today is walkathon.
First, a note from Mr. Franklin. AP students, please check your emails for an important, time-sensitive email from him now. Now, let's get into it. The schedule for today is May crowning at 8:50 a.m. Then the seniors and juniors will start walking at 9:45 and sophomores will start at 10 o'clock. Then the freshmen will start at 10:15.
Sophomore lunch is at 11 to 11:35 and freshman lunch is at 11:40 to 12:15.
The upperclassmen will be dismissed at noon, while the underclassmen will be dismissed at 1:15.
And finally, buses will leave at 1:30.
Next Wednesday, the 18th, is senior night for guys volleyball versus Grant. The seniors will be introduced before the game, which will start at 6.
There are 8 matches left in Carmel volleyball's regular season, and playoffs start at Warren in Vernon Hills on May 23rd.
The record right now is 15-10. Good luck at the playoffs. Finals are on the 24th, 25th, and 26th.
The first exam will take place at 8:15 a.m. on the 24th, and it will be your G period exam.
The exam schedule for this year will be G, F, and E on the 24th, D and C on the 25th, and then the last finals will be period B and A on the 26th.
Please remember to prepare and study hard. The year is almost over and finals will be coming up quickly.
If you have more questions, posters will be in the classrooms with the schedule along with FAQs about the exam.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
You may have seen the newsletter post regarding mental health, the stigmas we face, and the coping skills we can develop to help us when it comes to emotions we feel and symptoms in our lives.
On Wednesday, May 18th, we invite you to show your advocacy, support, and allyship of all those who are affected by mental health. To participate, you may wear a green top with your uniform bottoms.
When we participate in these awareness casual dress days, it is important to remember that everyone has a story and a reason behind why they dress with a specific color. As allies and empathetic community members, we should refrain from calling out any individuals and simply stand with our brothers and sisters as we raise awareness about mental health and the stigmas around it.
Finally,
it's the last edition of the year.
Say hello and then goodbye to your all-time favorite weatherman,
the one and only
Weatherman Willie.
Catholic, happy Friday morning. I'm Willie Gillespie. It's good to be back with you this morning. We are at 68 degrees already this morning, mostly sunny skies out there. It's really comfortable out right now, but that's going to change as we start to warm up this morning. And taking a look at these current temperatures across the area, it's really not too bad. Our lake breeze is also starting to kick in. As you can see, it's 59 in Evanston, 71 though down in Oak Lawn. And as we go up the North Shore here, you can see Waukegan at 58, Kenosha still at 54 this morning. But as you move inland, we are already in the low 70s. So that trend is going to continue. That lake breeze is going to get a little stronger as we head throughout the morning and into the afternoon here. And you can see how these lakefront counties, especially the eastern half, are going to stay much cooler than inland locations. So as you can see, only 60 in Highland Park, 58 in Waukegan. Here in Mundelein, I think we'll end up somewhere in the mid 70s, upper 70s. The lake breeze will probably not get this far to really do any heavy drop in the temperature, but it will feel good compared to, say, a location out in McHenry County or even farther west out in Rockford, or they'll probably get into the mid and even upper 80s today. So hourly outlook, it's nothing but sunshine today. We're going to go into, as I mentioned, upper 70s, low 80s, even into the mid 80s, possibly in some locations. And again, we are going to have this walkathon throughout the late morning hours. So make sure that you have your water, you have your sunscreen, you're staying hydrated, because it is going to be warm, but we're also going to have to deal with the humidity out there as well. So make sure you're taking it easy. It is going to be hot. It is going to be humid. As you can see, we're warming into the upper 80s. Looks like it won't get too bad until the afternoon hours, so we'll avoid the worst of the heat, but still make sure to take it easy as you walk around the seminary this morning. So as we look at your weekend forecast, not too bad. We're going to start to lose the unseasonable warmth, especially as we head through the weekend hours. There will be plenty of chances for rain this weekend, but also many dry hours for prom. I know a lot of people are concerned about pictures. I'm thinking we do have some showers in the morning, but those do clear out by the afternoon hours. So I think it will be dry for pictures, but we are going to have a heavy cloud cover overhead for most of the afternoon. So you can take those pictures outside. Not going to be great lighting for them, but at least you will avoid most of the rainfall. Your Sunday is a little cooler as well, again with multiple rain chances in there Also, next week, we'll start to get a little more towards average temperatures, especially as we head towards the middle portion of the week. Your Monday and Tuesday are amazing, 70s and mid-60s, mostly sunny skies. We start to get a few more clouds in here as we head towards the middle of the week, as well as some rain chances, but most of the week will be dry. So we're going to look forward to that, and average temperatures in the 8 to 10 day outlook as well. We will see you back here next week. Enjoy prom, enjoy walkathon. Please take it easy, stay hydrated, have a good weekend. Thank you.
That's it for the show. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Hope Simunis.
And I'm Erin Risley.
Also, get ready for senior shows next week.
And stick around for when the show ends for an important announcement about the wellness activities today.
And now, as we head into this exciting day of faith, fun, and festivities, we want to begin our day with a video that will tap into our emotional wellness. We are all about to watch a video and book reading by Father Glenn Snow.
Father Glenn is a Carmelite who recently spoke to our staff and faculty at their final formation session. As you listen to his reading of this well-known children's book, we encourage you to think about your internal emotions and your interactions with others. Following the video, your homeroom teacher may present some discussion questions that will help you analyze Father Glenn's concept in your own life.
After the video and discussion questions, you will wait to be dismissed to our special May crowning in our Sacred Mary Garden.
Hey everybody, my name is Father Glenn Snow, and I'm a Carmelite priest who used to teach there at Carmel Catholic. When I lived in Illinois a few years ago, I used to come up and say masses once in a while also. I'm currently the pastor of a Carmelite parish in Leavenworth, Kansas. Before COVID anyway, I was also a professor teaching conflict management classes online for Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska. About a week or two ago, I gave a presentation to Carmel's faculty, and there was something I talked about, a kind of a Life Pro tool, which they thought might be useful for you folks to hear about. So that's what I'm going to do in this short video. Some years ago, when I was in a parish in Arizona, I used to read a book to the third graders every year during their Love of Reading week. Every year, I read the same book to a different group of third graders, and it got kind of be a tradition for them when they reached the third grade. The book was not a new one. It was written in 2003, so it was pretty familiar to most of these young kids. The book is called Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus. You may have read it yourself somewhere along the line. Anyway, I'm going to read this book to you now and show you some of the pictures of what each page had on it while I read. Then afterwards, I'm going to highlight for you just what happened to me and at the department that I worked in at Creighton University. Imagine as I'm reading it that you're watching these energetic little third graders who would be laughing and shouting "no" after pretty much everything the pigeon says. So here goes. Don't let the pigeon drive the bus. Hi, I'm the bus driver. Listen, I've got to leave for a little while, so can you watch things for me until I get back? Thanks. And oh, remember, don't let the pigeon drive the bus. I thought he'd never leave. Hey, can I drive the bus? Please? I'll be careful. I'll tell you what, I'll just steer. My cousin Herb drives a bus almost every day. True story. Vroom, vroom, vroomy, vroom, vroom. Pigeon at the wheel. No, I never get to do anything. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's play Drive the Bus. I'll go first. Come on, just once around the block. I'll be your best friend. How about I give you $5? No fair. I bet your mom would let me. What's the big deal? It's just a bus. I have dreams, you know. Fine. Let me drive the bus. I'm back. You didn't let the pigeon drive the bus, did you? Great. Thanks a lot. Uh-oh. Bye. Hey. After about the third year I read that to those kids, I was walking out of their classroom, and it occurred to me, even though it's written for little kids, the fundamental principles of this book are exactly what was taught by the Greek philosophers known as the Stoics. It's also the same as the school of psychology called logotherapy, developed by one of my personal heroes, Viktor Frankl. And it's at the very core of the modern psychological therapy called cognitive behavioral therapy. All of those people use fancier words and more intricate structures than this pigeon book, but it's the same message. Don't let the pigeon drive the bus. I began to teach this little kids book in my graduate school courses in conflict management. And it was such a big hit that it's become a standard part of the curriculum there. No kidding. Here's my explanation of what it means and how it's used. All of us have internal pigeons and external pigeons. Whenever we're experiencing a really strong feeling, that is an internal pigeon. It's very intense and it's very insistent. It wants to drive the bus. What is the bus? You are the bus. Your life is the bus. And that pigeon wants to drive the bus. But you can't let it drive. Because if you let the pigeon drive the bus, it will be a disaster. Let's take anger, for example. Every once in a while, angry Andy, the pigeon, comes banging on the bus door, demanding to drive. Drive. What do? You don't ignore it, because it'll just keep pounding on the door until you get in an accident. What do? You let it on the bus. You even welcome it. You call it by name, which is a very important part of almost all methods of therapy. And you even give it a seat. Then you ask that pigeon why it got on the bus. I call the angry pigeon Angry Andy. So you ask Angry Andy why he got on the bus, and you actually listen to the answer. I know it may sound a little bit funny, but it works amazingly well. You ask Angry Andy why he got on the bus, and he will eventually tell you. Maybe you felt left out or excluded by a group that you used to be a part of. Maybe somebody questioned your competence or your honesty or your reliability. Maybe somebody challenged your autonomy. Whatever the reason is, Angry Andy showed up and wants really bad to drive the bus, but he doesn't get to drive the bus. You get to drive the bus. If you actually listen to the reason Angry Andy gives you, he will eventually pull the little cord that says he wants to get off at the next stop. Not forever. He may show up again an hour from now or a week from now, but whenever he shows up, you listen. And whenever he shows up, he doesn't get to drive. The same is true for other strong feelings. If you let envy drive the bus, it'll bounce down the street, smashing every nice-looking car on the road. If you let shame drive the bus, it will never open up the door and let anybody inside, which kind of negates the whole point of being a bus or a human. So you let the feeling on the bus. You give it a seat and you respectfully listen when it tells you why it got on when it did, but it doesn't get to drive. Feelings are internal pigeons that want to drive the bus. They want to run your life. They don't get to. There are also external pigeons. These are people, actual real people in your life who want to drive the bus, your bus. These are people who want to tell you how to think, what to say, what to feel, how to act, how to speak. They want to tell you what you need to do. They're not evil people, they're just pigeons. The pigeon in the book was a cute little rascal, but he doesn't get to drive the bus. You don't let these external pigeons, these other people, drive the bus. You are in charge of you. You're driving the bus. Sometimes these external pigeons are very much like bullies, very obvious. Sometimes they're softer and better at quiet manipulation. Some of them are even people that love you and that you love them. But if they want to drive the bus, then they're just lovable pigeons. Even they don't get to drive the bus. You're driving the bus. I have multiple copies of this book on the shelf in my office at the parish. I buy them used on purpose, and I give them away now and again. I have given it to teenagers. I have given it to college students, to middle-aged people. I've even given them to senior citizens who are having trouble either with some internal pigeon feeling or some external pigeon. I've had parents tell me it has changed the parenting style that they have and made them much more loving towards their kids, as the kids have gone through different stages of growing up. It's a powerful tool, which, as I mentioned, has been around since the ancient Greek Stoic philosophers and has been rewritten, reimagined, and reworded 1,000 times since. I hope it's something you can use and find helpful in your life. So, as the bus driver said, no matter what you do, don't let the pigeon drive the bus. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.